Greetings, internets. Welcome to a new series where we go through and learn Go. You're going to hear all kinds of Go jokes. I'm going to be saying them without even thinking about it. Let's have some fun. First step, let's set up our environment. So here we have a fresh Windows install. And setting up Go is actually pretty easy. First thing what we want to do in our browser, so we want to go to go.dev. And we want to download our Golang environment. And this is to help us start writing code. And this is very easy. Just install it. Bunch of next, and then finally finish. It doesn't take long. Now that we have that installed, the next piece of software that we're going to want is The next piece of software that we're going to want is VS Code, because that makes it a lot easier for us to write programming languages. So what this is it's called an IDE, but basically it makes it easy to work with languages, as it tells us if we made any mistakes and helps us in the whole process. If you want, these are all optional. You can add open with code and create a desktop icon. I'm just doing it all just to make it easy. And then just finish the installation. All right, now that we have our code editor, let's open it up. Now, part of this setup that you need to be aware of with Go is it requires a few different couple little things to be set up. So one thing you'll notice when you install Go, if you installed it on Windows, it's automatically added your Go path. Now, if you're using Mac or Linux, you'll have to add this path yourself. But with this, it allows you to check and see where your Go path is. And if you want, you could change this. You could put it under your documents or whatever. But we're just going to keep the default, which is our username, Go. So let's just open up that spot, and you will want to create that Go folder, because the installer doesn't automatically put it there. We have to actually add the folder. From here, you'll want to create 3 different folders. First is bin. That's where any binaries that uses goes. Then you'll want PKG. And lastly, you're going to want SRC for source. So a little bit about these folders. Bin is any executables that you're going to be using with the Go language is going to be automatically put in this bin directory. Because of that, you're actually going to want to go back into your environment variables here. And you're going to want to add that to your path. So if we edit this, well, looky here, it's already added the go.bin. So the installer did this for us. Again, if you're on Mac or Linux, you're going to have to add this in yourself. Thankfully, the installer added it for us in Windows, and that makes it easier. Next is your PKG. This is the package directory. Any packages or modules that we install to add on to the programming language that we're going to leverage and we're going to be using a lot. You'll find that we use these in every single Go program. It's going to install it under this PKG folder, this package. And then SRC finally is our source directory. This is where all of our source code goes. And whenever we build any programs, it's going to put, as you'll see, the executable in here. So let's just go ahead and minimize that for now. And let's go into our VS Code. And we're going to want to install a extension to make it easier for us to work with the Go language. So all we need to do is, in the search bar, type in Go. And we want to install this first one. It's built by the Go team at Google, so they know what they're doing. And yeah, it's installed. We're done. Now we can head over to the Explorer section, and we want to open a folder. Go ahead and select that Go folder wherever you placed it and open it up. It's going to ask if you trust it. And yeah, we trust it. We definitely trust Go. So let's put this over on the side. We'll go into our source directory and let's create a folder. And we're just going to call it Hello. With this Hello folder, we're going to create our first file. We're going to call this hello.go. Now, one thing you'll notice is it's going to say, hey, wait a minute, you're missing something. We need this. So to add this here, what you'll want to do is you'll want to just hit install. You can also run this on command line by running the go install -v blah, 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 but you don't have to. You just hit install and it does it for you. All right, now we are ready to go. Do you see how much fun the Golang language is just with puns? All right, now we can close this window and we're in our first program. So to write our first program, we need something. Well, let's go back to our go.dev website and let's go to learn. And from here, you're going to find this go by example. And together, we're going to go through this course and write these various examples out together. First one today that we're going to do is this hello world. We set up our environment. Let's write our first program. So the nice part about this is you can just copy and paste, but honestly, I think that's kind of cheaty. If you really want to learn this, type it out. You need to build that muscle memory. You need to get used to what makes up a package and how it the language works and feels. So our first line here is package main. So with package main, what that means is we're telling the interpreter this is our main project, our main Go file. This is our conductor, if you will, of our orchestra. You kind of think of it as that. So it knows where to start, essentially. The next one is import, and we're importing FMT. So what's FMT, and what's this import do? So in every single package, in every single Go program, rather, you're going to have this import line, and this is where we tell Go, okay, we need these various things here that we can put into the program to make it work. And those things are called modules. And it allows us with these various packages to add and do things. So we're not rewriting the same code over and over again. It's a shortcut, really, because it makes it easier for us to build our code because they've already built this FMT or format package for us. Now, the next thing that we're going to want to add is func main with some parentheses, and now we need a curly brackets. Now what this is this is our main function. Again, that goes back to this is our main piece that we want to start with, and we're telling the interpreter this is where we're beginning. This is where we start. This is where I want you to start working, in this spot here, and we're going to build off of this spot. So under function main, now we can type our code that we want the program to do. In this case, we're going to do FMT print line, and you notice how it helps you with the various functions here. We just hit enter and select it. It makes it really easy. Even tells us a little bit about print line and how we can use it. And then we're just going to type in hello world exclamation point. So this program, we're saying we want you to just print hello world. That's it. Now, how do we run this thing? Well, that's this next part here. So we can just type in go run, and then we'll want to do src hello, because this is in a subdirectory, and then hello.go. We type that. Oh, it says unexpected package found, end of file. Okay, so what did we do wrong? Helps if you save it. Yay! Hello world. So don't forget, hit your Control S to save. It wasn't seeing the whole thing because we didn't save our file before trying to run. So, yeah, newbie fail. Now, let's build an executable. Now we can compile our code. We don't have to run it and then compile it. We're just running it to showing you various ways for like testing and stuff, so you don't have to compile it every time. We do go, build, and we just follow that same path here. We'll just make it easy. Go build. You notice this hello.exe was created, and we'll open up that Explorer, and we'll double click it, and oh, nothing happened. Why isn't this working? Well, because we didn't build a window or anything for it. Go doesn't do that. What Go is primarily for is building command line applications, back-end type stuff. So if we type hello.exe here, now it works and says our hello world. That fast window that you saw popping up, it's saying hello world and then just terminating real fast. So now you know how to set up your default environment, how to build your very first Go program. Let's get into to future lessons here, and we can start adding on and learning this language together. I hope you could follow along.